What about you? Give us a 10, a female 10 that you think is a 10.
Okay. So I would say, well, like Natalie Portman, Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie. I mean, there's so many, Marilyn Monroe. The reason they're 10s is because of their facial symmetry. So that's what defines a 10 is your facial symmetry is even throughout.
Every woman that she named is 135 pounds max. This chick rated herself at 8, which is, pretty modest, pretty accurate. I would say she's high 7s. She's a bit older. She's an older lady, so I think she's in her late 30s. This chick rated herself a 10. She confident as hell, She out of Texas, how that be. 6.5. This chick rated herself, I think, a 6, which she's one of the best looking chicks on this whole panel, which is very interesting. You see that a lot. A lot of very good looking women tend to underrate themselves. I find that very interesting. This chick rated herself a 10. She's definitely pretty, right? But a 10, I don't know, debatable. But I try not to rate women that I don't know in real life because you never really know who's a transgender, who's not. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Who lies more, men or women?
Men.
I'm
almost done. I'm sorry.
Men? Women.
Probably women. I think women lie more, especially to themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hot take after saying you're a 10. That's crazy. I don't like to rate celebrities in general, but, hey, you can't really give anyone a 10. High 9s would be... Livy Dunn would be an example for a white chick. Straight fire, ladies and gentlemen. Black chick. I like that hairstyle. And the thing is about black women, I'm not a big fan of the whole, the fake hair that a lot of them put on. I ain't judging, but it's just not for me, right? As a black woman, this helps, your hair grow out. Your hair is healthy. It's exposed to the air and the sunlight, And even if she had short hair, like if I could, this is a fox. Come on. Symmetrical face, body, she's in shape.
What about you? Give us a 10, a female 10 that you think is a 10.
Okay. So I would say, well, like Natalie Portman, Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie. I mean, there's so many, Marilyn Monroe.
This woman rated herself a 10. Now, this is where women get into trouble because now Brian's pressing them and he's asking them to give a celebrity that everyone would know who is equivalent to their looks to test how conceited they are, how delulu. You're a 10, and then you're going to talk about Marilyn Monroe, and you're going to talk about Angelina Jolie. When you're talking to a woman in general, you never want to downgrade her looks or insult her looks to her. You get nothing out of that. A lot of men, they'll hit on a chick, she'll reject him, and then they'll start to insult the chick. That's like an ego inflation. If a chick rejects you, keep it moving. You don't need to start saying, yo, you ugly anyway. You not all that. You this, you that. That being said, I'm not going to come out and say, this chick is fat. But when you rate yourself a 10, you open yourself up to this type of criticism. So now Brian is pressing her and he's saying, who do you consider is on your level of famous people that we would know, right? All the people she naming are 125, 135 pounds. Do you see the problem with that?
The reason they're 10s is because of their facial symmetry. So that's what defines a 10 is your facial symmetry is even throughout.
She's saying a 10 is decided by facial symmetry. And that's so dishonest because why couldn't she name someone with facial symmetry who is not 128 pounds? That's not me saying this. This is her. She's saying the celebrities that she considers 10s. She didn't name Lizzo. I didn't hear Lizzo on her list. Every woman that she named is 135 pounds max.
So that's how I know that we're both 10s.
I think there's other components besides just facial symmetry.
What kind of beauty are you defining? A physical body or because everybody
there's
has different
face
standards.
and then there's body.
Right.
Those would be different, I guess.
Yeah, they would be.
Like somebody could have a 10 face, but like
see, look at her face. She don't even believe what she's saying right now.
a bad body or like a 10 body but a bad face.
Yeah. Oh, you see it a lot.
Yep.
I mean, but hey.
That went over everyone's head. Brian said sometimes you see a nice body and a not nice face, and sometimes you see a nice face and not a nice body. And she replies, you see it all the time. And Brian just says, yeah.
A great body is a great body.
Right. Can't say that about me.
And tell us,
what a waste.
do you think you could land
Michael B.
Keanu?
Jordan? Yes, I definitely could.
You're pretty confident there.
I'm very confident.
Why? If that's, you haven't slid into his DMs though? Or?
No, I haven't
This chick just said she could pull Michael B. Jordan. That's wild.
because I have no need to.
So if you saw Keanu Reeves, you
I'm
think
not
you could?
interested in doing that right now, but you're giving me.
Here's problem number 2. When women think they are a 10, when they are not a 10, they then believe that they are somehow entitled to top of the line men. Look, again, you could shoot for the moon, you could be confident. There are a lot of women, especially in large cities, You know, especially when they got their Instagram is popping, their IG's popping, they got all their friends, Yas Queen liking their photos, you so hot, because their friends be lying to them, right? And then they believe they're a 10 and they think that they could hook up with Michael B. Well, hook up maybe, but they think that they could pull Michael B. Jordan for a husband. You know, men cannot get away with this. Women are a lot less visual. Men are visual creatures. Women are non-visual. They're more emotional. Men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear. What's attractive to women is very different. It's normally income. It's normally finance-based, resources. A lot of it is wisdom, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, communication, what have you, right? Those are things that are attractive to women, attractive traits of men to women. Now, no man can pretend that he has a certain level of resources or a certain level of status if he does not. Because when he goes outside in the world treats him according to his financial level, his status, his charisma. So no man can lie to himself and pretend like he has charisma that he doesn't have. Women, however, they can go through life thinking that they're a 10 because all their friends around them, all the internet, all their whole entourage that handles them with these baby gloves will not tell them the truth. And then you got chicks looking like her, who she's not a bad looking chick. She's good looking, right? In the face, she's a pretty girl, but she's not a 10, right? She's not a 10. 10 on 10 means there's no room for improvement. See, these girls, that's the thing about women. Look, these girls all know she lying, especially this chick. This chick blonde, she been around the block. She's in her 30s. She probably was on the cheerleading team. Like, this chick knows that she's not a 10. Blue shirt over here. This is the collective agreeing to lie in order to, you know, build up a fellow queen. She doesn't really believe it. She doesn't believe it like this chick. But homegirl from Houston body is banging. So there's that. You know, in the United States, the average weight for a woman, I believe, is like 175. So any chick that is in shape automatically is above average. I like to bring up this the bell curve. So what is normal distribution in statistics? Talking about men and women, right? Women that all want the guy that's making 2 million a year, that guy is here. Average, right? Whether we're talking about average income or we're talking about average looks, whatever, just impose that onto the table. Average is this center part here, which is 68.2% is the average. Then you have slightly below average, first tier, a bit more below average, and then you have very below average, which is the third tier. From the very below average to average, inclusive of average, right, is the majority of people. The majority of people are low or below average to average, 13%. Second tier above average, 2.1%, and highly above average is 0.1%. So 15.8% is above average, right? I'm a very visual person, so I hope y'all are enjoying it. The majority is below average to average. So when y'all men out here saying y'all want a 10 on 10 virgin, this and that, just know these are the percentages you're dealing with. All y'all women that say you want a dude that making 2 million a year, he's 6'8", he's funny, he got charisma, that dude is in here. I'm gonna rate everyone a 7 at this table. No, I'm just kidding.